Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media and her messy desk. I was just making some more masterboards because I want to use up more scraps because it's endless amount of scraps. And the last video I did at masterboards, I just said be random, put whatever you want down. But I know that's hard for some of you guys. And also, sometimes you want some ephemera that's going to go with the journal you're working on. So I have some suggestions for that. Well, I have a suggestion. Maybe more will come up as we go along. So this is what I like to just take an old notebook. It's got aged kind of look on the back, so I can just have that be the back of the tags. It's thick enough for my liking. I don't have a problem with it. So if you have a journal you're working on, and say you have a journal kit just take one of the pages from your kit. You can reprint it. You can, use it more than once. Let's see if there's one in here that I like. Not that I don't dislike many, but one that looks like a journal page is kind of what I'm going for. Because a lot of these are more background, although I might want to grab out some neutral backgrounds, kind of. So, like, if your journal that you're working on, all right, say it's something like that, and it's got lots of florals and butterflies and whatnot, print out a double of a page that you want, or use a page that you're not using in the journal, and then also grab like a neutral type page that is maybe from the same kit, and grab some book pages, and also a complement, like a harmonious or complementary color. I don't know. We've got greens in this. This has enough different greens in it that it may work. Also, this, I like this green better. So, a pattern paper with one color. So I've got the green and the green, and I have a neutral, and I've got some book page that I can use as well. And then I might want to pull out some pinks or blues depending on what's in the kit. And of course I'm doing this randomly, so of course I don't have any of that already picked out. Where's all my, like, here's a light pink, and I could stamp on that to make it like a pattern paper. Let me look for my scraps real quick. I know I've got some pink. Okay, let's see. I found, I think this would work. This is one of my pages as a neutralish, but it also has like pink and green hues to it. I know I have some pink ones like this somewhere, but I don't know where. So, like, if you have Artie Mays' stuff, that's what these are from. I've got, these are neutrals, so that works really great as neutrals. And I've got some book page for neutrals. I don't think that one's going to work, but I pulled it out just in case. That's just a neutral strip in case I need a strip. This is a different sort of green that could work if I needed it, which I don't think I will. There's, if I didn't want to do the stripes, I could do the polka dots, or I could do a little bit of both. That's scrapbook paper, and this is some scrapbook paper. Just has the rose petals on it, which would be a fun thing to add to that. And if you found like a smaller pattern with similar type flowers or similar colors, you could also use that. That doesn't work for me. And then I like to add in, it does have the blue butterfly, but I like to add in some pops of blue. Let's see, there's a smaller pattern too that could work. We'll stick it in there just in case. And then I've got a couple pieces of blue, because that's just me. I like to add in some pops of blue. And let me show you what I mean by I can do something with this pink paper so it becomes like a pattern paper. So if you have stamps or stencils, and oh my goodness, and then somebody hits your camera, and then somebody fixes the camera. Man, why does it feel so dark? I know it's kind of dark outside, but let's see. So the pink, we're going to do something with the pink. We're going to add some of that darker pink is what I'm going to do. I don't know what you're going to do, but that's what I'm going to do. Soon as I find some. Let's see. That one is about the same color. I don't know if it'll come out any darker. And then that's not pink. That's the only pink I have in that drawer. Oh, the rose red might be. The rosebud might actually work. Let's start with a lighter pink. And I like to use these makeup brushes, and I was able to get some in colors, and this is just like the micropore tape, the that you use for, you know, when you get hurt. Man, that was weird. Alright, so I'm just going to take a stencil and I'm going to make my own pattern paper. That's all. And what I might do is do this light pink. And then, oh, see, that's nice. That's a nice subtle pattern. I like that. We're going to keep it like that. Might use it, might not use it. We'll see. Either way, we've got it. Oh my goodness, is my cup falling off the desk? Probably. Alright, so that you could take plain paper and turn it into pattern paper. So if I like wanted to do two colors, I would take the base color and then add another color basically. So let's start with our piece that is our inspiration piece. Now with this you could probably get two masterboards. Okay, I know I've got a mess under here. I'm probably going to do another video after this of using what's on my desk, because I don't like cleaning off my desk, but if I can use stuff as I clean it off, it makes a difference. So I'm just going to cut this down into pieces. Now I've got nice flowers on the edge, so I'm going to sort of use that as a kind of guide so that I have some pieces. I like to use fairly large pieces, but maybe not humongous pieces necessarily. I don't really want to, you know, sometimes you're going to have a butterfly get cut. That's okay. It just means you're going to have more blue to use. That's all that means. I kind of want the big flower somewhat intact, but I also don't want it to like overtake the whole piece. So I'm just being pretty random with my tears here. And I've got different sizes, squares, rectangles. I can cut them down smaller if I need to. So now I would go ahead and take these pieces and probably do like sort of the four corners, but not exactly the four. I'd put at least 3 pieces down, if not 4. Like that's what I did on, where is it? On this one, I had this, and this all came from the same journal page. So I tore them up and put them in 3 places, and then I had 2 each of these blue ones, and then 3 of the green and a couple, you know, few neutrals. I actually, oh, and the yellow, a couple of the yellow. Is how that one ended up. Just need to get that out of my way. All right. So let's see. Doesn't matter which direction per se, even though that does have some numbers that go. All right, so I might use a big one up here. And my glue is very messy today. So, yeah. Just one of those messy glue days, I guess. I hope everybody is well. Oh, got both the butterflies happening on this one. Oops. And what's nice about this corner one is it was on the left side, but now it's going to be on the right side, which is kind of nice because it won't look exactly like the journal page. And then I'm going to bring this one over a little bit so that there's something to put on that side. And definitely have, you know, you'll have enough for more than one page, most definitely. The words go this way, so I'll just do that. All right, now I'm going to save my neutrals for last. I'm going to take a little bit of this pink paper, and you don't have to use a ruler. You can cut it, you can tear it, you can you know, just kind of freehand tear it. You can have it be perfect squares. You do whatever it is that you like. Like, I think, and there's no direction on this one, so I think that one's going to go right there. This is scrap paper I've had since, oh my goodness, since my kids were little, I think. This is my oldest scrap paper in my stash, are these like realistic looking ones. It's crazy. And then I usually like to have at least, well, if I'm doing coordinating, then I would like to have, like, you know, a couple pieces. I don't need it that big. So, just kind of where, I don't know. Because I'm using kind of big pieces. But that's okay. Oh, we can overlap right here. That will work. It's okay that the white's showing. Some people like that look. Now, do you want the polka dot? What you use will determine your style too. Like, polka dots are playful. The stripes, ticking is vintage. This will be a little bit more modern maybe, or grungy. And then the other one, like, you know, something like this kind of a design, but smaller. It's kind of big scale for this. Would be a little bit more vintage as well. So I think I'm going to put a piece of this here. Don't need it quite that long. Oops. So, and then of course, y'all know, let's see, well, if you didn't watch my last video, then you're new, then you might not know what a masterboard is. And I will repeat myself for the new people. A masterboard is a larger piece you make. It could be collage like this. It could be mixed media, painted, you know, stenciled, whatever you do, with the intention of cutting it down into smaller pieces. That's it. That's all it is. Simple as that. I'm going to do like a square up in that corner, I think. So there's no mystery to masterboards. It does make creating ephemera a little bit quicker because you're making one big page and then cutting it down instead of making a bunch of little pieces and maybe overthinking it. And it also gives you some nice fun surprises when you're, you know, done. See, now I could put that over like that. Let me put a couple more pieces around. Got some, oh, we've got this little check thing here. That'll be nice. This is from, well, Kim's Images, but it's in her, in the freebies that are for her subscribers on Ko-fi. That's what that is. In case words are as hard for you as they are for me. And then I'll put that across there. And, she says, but I think I like a little bit of grunge in here, even if it's just like one little piece, random grunge. Did I put that close enough? No, I did not. There we go. I'll put that across there. And what do I want here? What else did I have? I have the pink and I have the green. Oh, I had that neutral one I wanted to use. This neutral one, right? And this neutral. Ooh, I think I like that. It brings in the blue I want to bring in a little bit too. Alright. The pages that I make, the backgrounds that I make, usually start out as either a painty page or a gel plate print that I've scanned. And then like this pattern here is overlaid, and then there's also a grunge overlay. Sometimes I keep them their original color. Sometimes I change their color to match whatever journal I'm working on or whatever page I'm working on that I might want certain colors. I can't remember. This one I think is like pretty much the original colors. And it's one of my favorite backgrounds. I probably used it in a few different ways or places. I don't need it quite that big though, but Go ahead and stick it there. I can always put something to make it less. Whoa, there goes my glue stick. It's almost gone. It's okay that I have some straight lines and some torn lines, because there's no rule about that. You do know that, right? I hope you know that. I didn't even get much book page on here, did I? I could go back through now and do that. Wasn't I going to put the B on there or something? And also I wanted a little splash of blue, because that's just how I roll. But you don't have to do that. Blue is like a neutral to me, and it just adds a little something that I just like it. Sue me, I like it. I don't think you can sue me for liking a color, but you know, go ahead and try if you want to. And then I'm going to offset it from some of my other lines. Like, let's see, might go ahead and stick it here. And I might stick it there. Sure. And that way it's going to be a common thread throughout my pages. Alright, so now you have a masterboard that will coordinate. Let's go to the next one and finish using this up. You could even start with your neutrals. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Let's start with neutrals this time. Do it a little bit different. I've got some, whoops, probably should get out my new glue to be using this antique book page. I will. Alright, I have one right here. Had it all ready to go, except for it's not open. You know, so almost ready to go. Almost. Not quite. And it's ripping, but that's okay because it's going to get glued on, which means it's fixed. It's just fixed now. These are mostly like government meeting type books, I think, or maybe old newspapers or something. I don't know. But I'm gonna put them down, and we'll see where we go from there, and hope that there's nothing terribly bad on it. Oh, fingers are sticking. All right, put a little bit more of this green stripes down, and then maybe this time we'll do some of this pink instead of the other pink. Yeah, right there, sure, why not? You can overlap. I like overlap, that look, the overlapping look. Works for me. No, I don't want those that close together, but I don't want those. Well, anyway, there, that's what we're getting. Here's a small piece of this, which we might just put right there. And here's some other book page, some German book page. Nice big piece of it. It'll just stick right there. And then we have like smaller pieces of this. So let's see. I'll put this one down here. Oh, there's a little bit of lavender in that. I didn't realize that. Now these are somewhat smaller than what I put on the other page. So I think I'm able to spread them out a little bit more. There we go. Now that butterfly going off the page. And our bumblebee will go up at the top. Why not? Might even do it sideways. And, oh my goodness, my mouth is so dry. I'll use some of this neutral this time, like we were planning in the first place. Just from that Oh, this paper and this paper here are from Artsology, one of her bundle packs. I could not tell you which bundle pack because I didn't pay attention when I pulled it out what it was. And I want something brighter in the middle, probably, or it won't matter because it's going to get cut up. Some more of the green. A little bit of green down here. So now you can kind of see too the difference between using larger pieces for collage and smaller pieces, because the other page I had much larger pieces. I used less of them, but I used larger pieces. And also you've seen sometimes I've used my ruler to tear and sometimes I've done this. All right, let's see. We have, oh, and I could still do this, or I could take another blue. I also had, oh, don't lose the cover. This, I like to use this kind of blue. I mean this, you know, pattern, check pattern. It adds some brightness into it too, I guess. I don't know. Don't know always why I do things. And as you can hear in my voice, I was able to make some videos on Wednesday before the coughing kicked up again. And so now my voice is starting to go from all the coughing. It's been not so fun. And when my dad went to see the doctor yesterday for something else, but you know, he told her, you know, how he's been feeling and we've all been feeling, and she's like, yeah, that's a virus that's been lasting, or the cough itself has been lasting a good 3 to 4 weeks. I'm like, oh no, thank you, I don't want that. I've got this pink here, maybe not. Oh, let's bring a little bit of this pink in again. Oh, Craft-A-Lanch. Let's see. Let's just do this like right up there, kind of, sort of. Maybe not up that far. We'll go to about there. Why? I don't know, because I want to. This time I brought blue into 3 places, but using 3 different patterns instead of using the same pattern in 3 places. What is this? Oh, that was my textured paper. So let's go ahead, and the one that's dry we can go ahead and cut. There's a cover. And then of course, you know, if your journal kit has ephemera, then that's going to be really easy to take care of. See, I like this. I just use it, my notebook, and I just, when I feel like collaging, I just collage, and then I have lines already. It doesn't really matter which way the lines go on your ephemera. There's still lines you can write on. This is not my favorite cutter, but it's what I've got on hand right this minute, because my trash floor has taken over. So, or the trash has taken over my floor. Not trash necessarily, clutter, too much stuff, not putting stuff away. Alright, I think we could probably blind cut this one. We didn't do that the other day. So, I'm going to trim this up off the top a little bit. I'm going to pull it down here because it has a straighter edge. I don't need to go that far. There we go. Because it's got rounded edges, which is fine because that could end up being a journal card that I round off. Alright, let's do, this is at least, so we'll do 3 inches down this way, and then we can have 2 tags, because this is, well, it's at least 11, if, I meant to do it the other way, oh well. And now these are about 5 inches, so I'm going to do those all at 3 inches. So, oops, it would help if I did it straight. Alright, that's going to bug me. I am going to straighten out that line and cut it straight this time. I think that I needed to trim off this edge here was part of my problem, maybe. I mean, I could have done that with scissors, but like I said, not my best cutter. I keep it because it has my scoreboard on it. Yep, we're falling. Catch me, I'm falling. I was trying to pile those up there. That's not working. Craft-A-Lynch. And these, in my opinion, are thick enough to be tags and pockets and journal cards. I don't think you need to back them. I think two weights of paper. So if you have like 20-pound paper, 20-pound paper, then you have 40-pound paper. Sounds good enough for me. All right, and then we're doing 3 inches again. I'm gonna go right where that line is so I can try to keep it straight. So it's that. All right, and now this one is like 4.5. So I'm gonna cut it at 2 1/4, and that will give me smaller tags, which is nice to have. But that apparently I don't know how to measure. I'm gonna blame illness on that. All right, so do you think the other ones are dry enough to cut on this thing? Not sure, but here's what we ended up with. We have this piece which has a little bit of the flower and the green and the petals, more petals, and then this going up the middle and looking really crooked and annoying, but that's how I glued it. But once you put something on there, what, you ask? I don't know, an animal or some kind of fussy cut thing that you have on near you, by you, not hiding from you, and whatnot. Oh my, I don't see any fussy cutting here. Oh, but I do see ink going in my trash and a Craft-A-Lynch happening. That's just what we see. Here we go. Say you want cats in there. There you go. Put them on there. You can't even tell anything was crooked. So, you know. So this is what we ended up with. Some could be tags, some could be journal cards, some could be pockets. And they're all coordinated nicely. Gotta put my notebook here. And, you know, coordinate nicely with that too. Let's see, do we want to do a big journal card, like a 4x6 kind of a, sometimes you need a big card for your stuff. So we'll do 4. We'll do it about 4, and we're going to follow that line so we know it's straight. And that's about 6. That's how I do it when I don't want to open it. So that's about 4x6. And see, that was like at the top of the page, but now you turn it and that's a great journal card. Little baby tag. What else? I like the 3-inch width. Oh my goodness. But also a 3.5 is nice once in a while, which will, you know, help trim off that little bit. There we go. And then just cut these down. Maybe I want a tall tag, like an almost 6-inch tag. And then we have this little journal card and this big tag. And you can even have this just be a big long belly band, or cut it in half. Whatever half is, I don't know. Not 5, but so we have a 5-inch one and a small one. So one journal page torn down with some other papers to make 2 master boards, and then you have, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pieces to use in your journal that coordinate with your journal really well. And you can always add bits and, you know, of course, add your focal points and your labels and your sentiments and all the things like that. So I hope you all have a delightful day. Love you.